Hello and welcome to the 7th edition of UTA Spotlight. My name is Benjamin Diaz, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new conservative student organization on campus. We'll also take a look at a charity basketball game that took place between OU and UTA. And finally, we'll take a look at UTA Radio's Rocktober. The Young Americans for Freedom is a new conservative student organization on campus, and I was able to talk to the president to get a glimpse of what they're all about. In front of the UC, several UTA organizations set up tables and let their voices be heard about their respective ideas. One group that stood out, though, is the Young Americans for Freedom, a conservative group, something new to campus.
Ever since there was riots at UC Berkeley with Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Coulter, we thought there needed to be a conservative group on this campus because we saw that there was lacking. And so we wanted to bring ideas of capitalism, free speech, individual liberties here, and fill that void that was at UTA.
Passing out flyers and having discussions with students walking by, members of the organization spread word about their views. And while everyone didn't agree with all their viewpoints, they were able to get several students to sign up to learn more about the group and realize that being conservative is not something negative.
So it's a conservative organization. Technically, I'm like liberal, but I'm conservative. I'm like in the middle, so I have some things I support about the organization. Some things I'm like a little bit, I don't agree with. But with the pro-life thing, I'm like completely pro-life.
What we believe as conservatives is that each individual should be based on their merits and not their skin color. We're a group that believes that diversity of skin color is not as important as the diversity of ideas. And so we want to espouse that belief on campus and bring to attention that people are more than just what their skin color is. We don't like the idea that you should be judged on if you're black, if you're white, if you're Hispanic. And so that's how we want to judge people by their merit and what they can contribute and who they are.
The Young Americans for Freedom plan to continue to push their ideas, which include free speech, capitalism, and the Constitution, no matter what anyone else may think. Benjamin Diaz, UTA News. In an effort to help Hurricane Harvey victims, UTA held a charity basketball game against OU. Emily Arsenal has more on the story.
UT Arlington men's basketball team traveled to Norman, Oklahoma to play Oklahoma University in the Hurricane Harvey Relief Charity Scrimmage this past weekend.
We saw a lot of good signs. I think the biggest positive was our transition offense. We made some changes since our first close scrimmage and tried to spread things out and play with a little bit more speed. And I thought we got some open shots, and our guys, obviously, we shot the ball really well, probably as good as I've seen us shoot, and even in practice. So, but I think when you play with speed and you get stops on the defensive end, it creates easy shots on the other end. So. Definitely a positive. We did a solid job rebounding against them, which is a good thing. So I like what I saw in general. There were a couple times where we had lapses of energy and that kind of thing, but our group that came off the bench in the second half, they made a run on us, and then that group came in and got us the lead back, and that was really positive to see that second group bring some energy and show their value to the basketball team.
I feel like I played amazing, got my teams involved, knocked down open shots, ran the floor, pitched it up. Got people where they're supposed to be. I feel like I played pretty good. I was vocal the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Coach always tell me I need to talk more, lead the team more, and I feel like I did a great job at that tonight.
I think it gives our guys confidence that we can beat anybody on our schedule, but, that's the biggest thing with this game is how are they going to respond this week in practice. We still need to clean some things up defensively, a little bit better on rotations and, keeping the ball out the paint, but I think we're making progress. These guys are starting to show a willingness to rebound and defend, and if we do that, I think offensively I feel really good about where we are. This team's really, really unselfish. I think the assist numbers show that. They move the ball, and that creates a lot of open shots for us.
Emily Arsenal, UTA News.
UTA Radio just finished its Rocktober concert series. Here's Andrea Ayers with more.
You might have heard rock music coming from the Library Mall on Fridays lately. That's because UTA Radio is hosting their annual Rocktober. I had the chance to ask what preparation is needed to make Rocktober happen.
My role here is to kind of make sure everything goes smoothly. I am the liaison for UTA Radio. I'm the station manager, so what I'm trying to do is, get everyone coordinated, get people picked up, brought over here, and, make sure it sounds good, and we got it going.
On top of setting up his own equipment, Chris also had to schedule people to help the other parties involved.
We packed up and got out here at about 9:45-ish, had everything set up for us. Then the band got here at 10:30, and we went to go get them and get everything set up for them. And then Christian, our guy who's bringing all our speakers, he got here at 11:20, so we got him all loaded up. And that's kind of how things have been going.
Rocktober is something that Chris thinks is beneficial not only to UTA Radio, but also local musicians.
Rocktober is something that we can do as a station to kind of put a little community outreach in there. And what I mean by that is get these guys some love, get our locals out here playing, and get people interested in, not only UTA Radio, but the locals.
Andrea Ayers, UTA News.
And that's going to do it for this edition of UTA Spotlight. On behalf of my producer Justin Oliver and myself, Benjamin Diaz, thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in next week.